today and forever. There is only one indigenous broadcaster championing the...
Why did you erase the bite? Nobody has a right to erase a name, Bite of Biafra, from the map. Put it back on.
Don't give up. Don't give up.
Why did you erase the Bite of Biafra from the map of Nigeria? Nobody has a right to erase a name, Bite of Biafra, from the map. Put it back on the map. You have no right to put it back on the map.
As Nigeria prepares for its general election come 2023 in Biafra land, Bite of Biafra shall be placed back in the world map. Go get your voter's card, also known as PVC, for effective and peaceful governance in Biafra. This message is endorsed by Biafra de facto customary government.
Together, the more we fight together, and stronger we shall be. The more we fight together, the more we fight together, and stronger we shall be. Rising sun.
Yes, of course, Biafra remains the only hope of our people, not just Africa, our people first of all. And so before I was having some network issues which have been rectified, I stopped at a point where I said, somebody was actually calling me and said, you know, if the tongue have to consider how many times he has been beaten by the teeth, both of them cannot be in the mouth. Whereas it makes sense. But then if we have to rephrase that statement, if the teeth consider how many times the tongue has beaten her or it, will the same mouth contain both of them? But of course, that may not be possible. What am I trying to say? We are not being fair to ourselves. We choose to sit back and enjoy what I call momental victory. We glory ourselves in past glory. And what is being damaged is being damaged. You are there. I do not know if we are now entertainers. I do not know if we actually have a mission to restore Biafra. It's amazing. But like I said, all hope are not lost. Those of you who can yap, the recruit, I enjoy your yapping. If you want to know how I feel, go and watch Asare Dokubo broadcast. That is exactly, in fact, I am more happy than him. Anytime I come on air, I don't see you, I'm happy. I'm not happy. I want to see you. Yap. Because I am your destiny and I am your doom. This is the level we have gone to. Now they cannot take advantage of the position he found himself. He messed all of us out. And some people are still defending him. Let's be mature. Let us be intellectualized. Let us be good man. All the good man we have been doing, all the intellectualization, all the men of God, everything you have been doing, where did it lead us to? To the extent that for somebody to show his wickedness against his own brother, he has to cook his brother, eat his brother, and you are clapping for him, and you are coming to tell me about morality. I have told you, the day this madness crossed from the southeast and enters south, most of you will get the feeling of what you have not bargained for. That is why, before this fire goes beyond our control, let us have our sense back. I made a post this evening because IPONG, all those screaming according to Simeon Ekpa, they were all over social media. Oh, Simeon Ekpa is, what do they call him? He's an infiltrator. He's an infiltrator. Everybody now is an infiltrator. Oh, Sophia is an infiltrator. And Elio Fuebu is an infiltrator. So no more Sabo. What a shame. I thought they were Sabo. Oh, they are Sabo. Hey, they are Sabo. No more Sabo. Are you running from the name Sabo? Now they cannot have a choice to make. He has to confess. He has to repent. And let's believe those who died will forgive him. We have identity crisis. The issue must be resolved. Who are we fighting for? Who are we fighting for? This issue has been lingering for a very long time. And even at this moment, we are still trying to patch it. Let us go on. Like I said, Biafra, a nation in conflict with identity crisis. When you look at the meaning of the identity crisis, it is a state of confusion in an institution or organization regarding its nature and direction. So when I talk about identity crisis, I'm actually talking about a state of confusion in an organization or institution. First of all, a state of confusion. Oh, Fulani are killing us. Fulani are killing us. Almost 1 year now. Fulani are not killing us again. No. We are the one killing ourselves. The level of softification initiated in the process to undermine ourselves is amazing. It's amazing how which these energies and resources can be channeled to fight the enemy. How which. But of course, these are the issues of identity crisis. He said, first of all, it is when there is confusion. Where there is confusion, what are we fighting for now? Which one are we fighting for? Are we fighting for Edu Kingdom? Are we fighting for Biafra? Are we Biafra nation? Are we indigenous people of Biafra? Are we Bim Mozob? Are we Echetaram? Who exactly are we? Identity crisis. Confusion everywhere. Everywhere confusion. The real saboteur led by Nnamdi Kanu, the real saboteur, betrayer of our people led by Nnamdi Kanu, whether Directorate of Autopilot, Directorate of Ndioshina and Ndiama, Directorate of MSRE. Look, all of them, they are putting on a Nnamdi Kanu profile picture. So who is deceiving who here? And this, some of you don't like it. Why can't you at this moment relax back and review where things has actually gone wrong? Maybe not for your sake, for the sake of everybody. So who are we crying now? There are confusion. Oh, they are marginalizing us. Oh, they are marginalizing us. Who is marginalizing who now? Federal government don't want our community to develop. Who is destroying the small development we have now? Oh, you are not man enough to say the truth. Let us sit at home now. Sit at home, continue. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Sit at home. Identity crisis. Everybody is confused. They don't even know what they want. In your own community, they tell you, oh, kid, this your brother. He's an armed robber. Let Chinas Angoru come back to his community and do that thing he's doing. He says, shame on the Kano can't even do Biafra and Afari Beko. Identity crisis. He said this is a state of confusion. A state of confusion, either in an institution or in an organization. So if you are not seeing confusion everywhere, you are pretending all is well. Be deceiving yourself. Mbogeru. I got married to Kesi Anyango. Very soon. Because we don't want to solve this issue. Some of you think you are in charge. You can do one thing and then you do another thing. Then you take the mic away from me. I remember Nnamdi Kanu. I was say, I gave you mic. You now start talking rubbish. Now another mic is here. I always tell you, he has initiated, he have put a process in place. He can't control it anymore. The unknown gunmen, all of them are out of control. There are confusion now. Kidnappers are unknown gunmen. Political thugs are unknown gunmen. Nnamdi Kanu boys are unknown gunmen. Chinas Angoru boys are unknown gunmen. Chikedozium higher squad, killer squad are unknown gunmen. Different unknown gunmen everywhere. Kidnapper, all of them are unknown gunmen. We don't even know who is unknown gunmen and who is who. And who is deceiving who. Identity crisis. Let's continue with the definition. He said this is regarding nature and direction. Where are we going to? Do we still have they call it roadmap? Where is our destination? Where is our destination? We started very good. We use our hand to initiate this identity crisis. We must solve it. We must solve it. And it can only be solved by sincerity. Not pretending, not hypocritically. Because when you will be interrogated, when you will be questioned, When you will be investigated, your hypocrisy will be exposed. Identity crisis. Where is our destination? Let's digress a little bit. When we started this journey, Nnamdi Kanu brought some truth. He now garnished this truth with lies. And so each time you come closer, you see two nature manifesting, showcasing itself in one embodiment. And each time you ask question, they will say, look inside where now, look inside where now. This is the truth now. Yes, it is the truth. But I've been blackmailed and clothed with the garment of lies. And so the more you look, the less you see. That is what he did. He said, if your mother tied to wrapper, you are a Biafran. And I tell you till tomorrow, that is the truth. So each time we try to make caricature about it, maybe to undermine Nnamdi Kanu, but that is the truth. Because not everybody tied to wrapper. If we go by major ethnic nationalities in Nigeria, the Yorubas don't tie to wrapper. Forget about what they do in Redeemed Church, Winners Chapel. They copy from Igbo woman. They copy from Biafra woman. And there is a unique way of tying this wrapper. They are symbolic. And a genuine Biafra mother, we know the one that ties the wrapper well and the one that did not tie the wrapper well. A genuine Biafra mother, we know a married woman who have done abominable thing with the wrapper. Because you must lose something. The Yoruba are lace and buba. The Hausas are not the same thing. And so I agree. And so they were this plan. Let all of us come together. Nnamdi Kanu betrayed everybody. Forget about the few career freedom fighter on payroll. He betrayed everybody. If I am not here today, the music will be here. Oh, it's Igbo people. It's Igbo people. I told them it's not Igbo people. It's Nnamdi Kanu. It's Nnamdi Kanu. He betrayed everybody. And so when I see ignorant men and women, people who know nothing, they say, how did you know? Let us got to move on. We got to move on. Where are you moving to? Those of you who have deliberately reduced Biafra agitation to Igbo agitation, how far? Are you close to it, or you don't want Biafra again? All these are identity crises. Very soon, you continue on this path. Very soon, you will see it will become Imo State agitation. Imo State will cut off Anambra. They will isolate Abia. They will isolate this one. Because the issue of identity crisis has not been solved. One of my brokers will look at the issue of introspect. Now we're trying to look at identity crisis. I can assure you we have more Biafrans now praying against the restoration of Biafra more than those fighting for Biafra. They are just trying to coordinate themselves. Because somebody is going to eat them. Somebody is going to rape them. Somebody is going to murder them. Somebody is going to tell you they are evil, kill them, they are Janjaweed, they are Hausa Fulani, oh, they are this one. Almost at this point, if you consider the definition and see clearly the challenges we are facing and the way to resolve it, when we talk about this identity crisis, you have to look in depth into its definition. That is the only time you know how to resolve it. It talks about the crisis, the confusion. Everybody is quarreling everybody. We are at that stage where fellas say confusion break bone. Confusion break bone. There are confusion. Who is fighting for Biafra? Who? Today now the Kano say, I'm not a Biafra. I'm not a member of IPOB. The next minute, Naya Baribe will tell you, we didn't call for sit at home. Why are people running away from your responsibilities? We have replaced the plague. That ache, that disease that plagues us from the camp of the enemy. We are now the one recycling it. Who is killing Biafra today? Who is disenfranchising Biafra? Who is fighting Biafra? Who is blackmailing Biafrans? You see, identity crisis. We look at regarding nature and direction. Some people believe it's a psychological warfare. And so it must be introduced. You are being rearranged, reprogrammed psychologically. Let us do it psychologically. Let's psychologically our people. Do you know the implication? Use your dialect and tell your brother, let's manage our people psychologically. You will be ashamed of yourself. Because all of you are under, most of you are under psychological spell. They play on your emotion and sentiment, and then they rip you off. The damage is great. You just don't know how to manage the situation. But that doesn't make it right. If you have been reprogrammed, your mind has been reprogrammed psychologically, you are living in a dream world. Complete illusion. And you need to see a psychiatric doctor. You need to visit a psychiatric hospital. But there are people building you psychologically. Maybe I should start building our people psychologically. Ripping off your emotion. For what? For which gain? And then at the end of the day, we have a country of zombie everywhere. Or can you tell me now all these eye punk you are seeing jumping up and down today are not zombie? Are you telling me they are not zombie? Somebody said, like, we got to be gentle, we got to be mature, we got to be, we don't have got to be biased. Go and tell it to the people who died. Go and tell it to the people they murdered. Go and tell it to the people they have raped their wife, rape all of them. Go and tell it to them that they don't need to be biased. These are psychological crises. We are shielding evil people among us. And maybe somewhere along the line we think we can go away with it. We can just somehow escape it. No. No. It is gradually getting out of control. What actually will end all this thing? Ranging from politics, psychological warfare, quarreling, killing. We must tell ourselves the truth about our ultimate destination. All these things you are seeing, all these crises, ranging from economic to politics, all of them, for us to remain focused and be able to get to our destination, we must tell ourselves the truth. Who is actually fighting for Biafra? Who is actually fighting to protect the interest of our people? And how are we going about it? The Biafra Restoration Project have been dented. almost beyond repair. But of course, we understand what it will take to renovate it. Let your mindset rule you. Do what you like. And maybe after 50 years, if God be merciful for us, we will still be where we are. But if he turns his back on us, we will sink further. May God open our eyes so that we see the truth. So we really need to go back and consider this identity crisis. There must be no confusion. We must know what we actually want. What exactly do we truly want? The whole system is almost messed up. And that is why every day we keep calling our people. There is a way this situation can be brought back to normalcy. It can be handled. What did we do? We have different platforms. We have those who are fighting for constitutional review. We have those who are putting effort for restructure. Some want devolution of power. Some want Biafra. The ideology are not the same. But their target is just to create a better platform for our people. They want a better country for our people. They want the best for our people. And if indeed you want the best for our people, we keep encouraging you. Join all of them. Join any of them. You believe in the ideology. We are not the same. Some people are gentlemen. Some people are not gentlemen. But it depends on your definition of gentleman. That is when they know where you are. We have our brother Ijele doing his work. If we analyze it, Ijele is a one Nigerian man, but Ijele has more Biafran blood running in me, more than me. And so because he's talking about the interest of Nigeria, how Nigeria should be a better country, does it make him wrong? Because he does not share ideology of Biafra as propagated by Nnamdi Kanu, does it make him a less Biafra? But someone just say, oh, Ijele says saboteur, kill Ijele, oh, Ijele is evil. You are the evil one. On this platform, there are things we represent. Follow the people that are like-minded people. Follow them. So that you whatever you encounter at the end of the day, you have yourself to blame, not anybody. But certainly, we cannot reason the same way. Maturity begins to play out when you have regard for other people's liberty, other people's freedom. Look at what we are doing to ourselves. Fulani is not here, Hausa is not here, Yoruba is not here. Wise men everywhere, we die for foolish man backyard. And we are very afraid to tell ourselves this truth. We are very afraid to consider this issue that is killing us as a people. We don't want to look into it because most of us are accomplished in this evil. Nnamdi Kanu gave rise to it, but there are people worse than Nnamdi Kanu. The same way he has created monster he can't control. Let him come out now. You will hear one day, unknown gunmen attack Jagaban of Igbo land, Nnamdi Kanu. Let him come out now, collect your own share and come out. Because you people don't know what you are doing. But we can stop all this mess. This is not the time for you to say you are not doing anything. Everybody must take their position. If they ask you sincerely today now, who is fighting for the interest of Biafran people? Who is fighting for the interest of Igbo people? Up to Ijele. He's a Nigeria, he's a saboteur. Who is doing that among all of you? Criminals are in diaspora, coming to social media, wear suit, where they claim big boy, they are not. Bloggers. This thing is not a child's play. We are registering our mindset And the world as spectators, they are watching us. And if we send the wrong signal, I told Chinas and Woru, this fire you are lighting close to the throne, it will consume all of you when the time comes. He has not seen it. Imo people are killing themselves for Chinas and Woru. And then Nandekano. But to go to Ongwa, Obingwa, go to Obingwa, no IPOB there, nobody is killing anybody. Go to Afari Beku there, no IPOB there, nobody is killing everybody. Let us tell ourselves the truth. Let us tell ourselves the truth. Makano menu menizu umongwa. Umenu menizu umongwa. Actually, there are many things we would have said now. But believe me, I cannot bring all of them out. Because it's not meant for everybody. Look for a pro-Biafran group. Join them. Participate actively. If you are a Biafran, you are a Biafran. From Igede to Iyala to Idoma to Mbanombi, Siaru, Chuku, Ijo, Igbo, everybody. If you are a Biafran, you are a Biafran. Idoma, Igala. Don't let anybody deceive you. The enemy know who you are already. You can pretend for all you can. That is why Jesus said that the kingdom, the children of the world are wiser than the children of the kingdom. When we are supposed to form an alliance to protect the next generation, we are here looking at the intellectual group of Ndeman and Ndeman and Eli. And our enemies are watching us. Everybody tighten your security. Everybody fasten your seatbelt. Somewhere along the line, something will happen. But I tell you, let us help the next generation. Let us save ourselves. In the midst of this confusion, let us find our way back home. Because that is all that matters. And for those of you who are determined, you decide who live and who die, we are waiting for you. We have crossed already because we stand between the living and the dead. Anyhow you want it, we'll see. Look at a noble family built by noble men and women. Look at how all of you rubbish it. Just look at all of you rubbish it. Now they cannot brought ignorant people, litter them everywhere. And those of you on the sympathizer platform who don't really know what happened, we know your expectance, but we cannot shield evil. This is where I'll bring this program to an end. 2023 election is coming. Whatever we're able to do, we really redefine our region in the next decade. If you are jumping to the north to collect chieftaincy title, benedictions do us in Sakula. If you are there going to wait so that they will give you one position, can kill your people, may the Lord be with you. If you are there, they will tell you don't vote, only 12 vote on Agwausa, may the Lord be with you. If you are there, you say they will rig us, I will not register. My brother, don't vote. May God help you. If you are there, our politicians are evil. They are bad. We will kill them. They will not enter Biafra. May the Lord grant you more grace. Go and ask Nnamdi Kanu how much he has collected from all of them behind. Go and get your PVC. Go and get your PVC. One of these days, we look at the benefit of PVC. The de facto customary government is creating a platform for you to enjoy fully the benefit of your dual citizen as a Nigeria and as a Biafra. The same way as a Nigeria and as a Duduwa is enjoying their dual citizenship within the Nigerian state. Arewa and Nigeria are doing the same thing. My brother, let us live beyond this sentiment and move on. The lines are open. You're free to call in if you are able to access the line. But in the absence of that, I will log out in no time. Look for pro-Biafran group you believe the ideology. You don't have to follow me if you don't like my pattern. It's normal in life. And I won't follow you if I don't like your pattern. It's normal. But that does not make you my enemy. And I won't antagonize you until you antagonize me. I won't fight against you until you fight against me. And then if you have moral leader, if you have upright leaders, they'll be able to guide you. Because whether you follow through the ocean, whether you follow through the mountain, whether you go through the desert, whether you go through the air, our destination remain our destination. Of course, the direct line is 081 221 52 sorry 081 221 521 71. Of course, I have a caller on the WhatsApp. If you can hear me, can you hear me, our brother on WhatsApp?
Hello, good evening.
You're welcome, Mazi Aslem Udowele. Go ahead, please. The world is listening.
It's been a while this on your platform. Is a platform of truth. Is a platform of hope. We are all fighting a monster, just a monster. But out of that monster, so many monsters has been created. My name is ONYIBE. I'm from Abatete. Abatete is in Omambra province in Biafra land. And I'm here as a national administrator for Biafra Nations Alliance, South Africa. I'm also a member of Biafra Customary Government by nomination. I would like to say thank you for your good work. Keep on the spirit of Biafra. Those that wish to hear the truth, let them hear the truth. And those who are waiting for fake promises and a show of power that never existed, let them keep believing in those lies, because like someone said, those who live in propaganda shall die by propaganda. Of course, he used a word that you don't even know the meaning of it, because he is part of the conspiracy. Average politicians will know what they think. Just like someone who specializes in 419. But the thing is, when you marry him, the issue of Biafra is legit. Everybody knows that this is a just cause. But how you go about it will make it just or unjust. We are those that are being oppressed, that are being marginalized. But if we don't take proper care of our case, the way we present it might make it look the other way around. And that is the case study. We started well as members. We don't know the motive or the agenda of the leaders. Some of the leaders have ulterior motives. But at the end of the day, the head shall be the servant of all. The level of misleading information that was used to propel IPOB is the reason for the cancer that is eating it up today. A lot of things were lies, deception everywhere. We were with Trump, it never happened. There are some achievements of IPOB as a result of good, honorable men that was there then. And the moment the criminal discovered that nobody is willing to continue play along with his 419, nobody wants to keep quiet anymore. He decided to initiate another process that will further put our people in deep confusion and disarray. And that is when he floated the security to create anarchy. For those of you who are in government, on office, it happens everywhere in the world. Once you hear that the fire engulfs important office, there is something they are hiding. They want to get rid of the evidence. When you are going to court and they say that your file is missing, your case is finished. Nobody is attending to your case anymore. The next thing you will be discharged. Your file is missing. File. That is what happened in IPOB. The moment he lost his track, the only option that was left is to create confusion and run away with the wealth of the people. IPOB collected money for more than 10 years in large sum within 4 years. Accountability is a problem. The same problem of Nigeria is the problem of IPOB. So how do you think a problem can solve a problem? It's not possible. For those of you who think that anybody is jealous of Nnamdi Kanu, nobody is jealous of devil. If you are jealous of devil, go and exchange with him in the hellfire and replace him there. Now you get our point. Nobody is jealous in Nnamdi Kanu because what you reap, you sow is what you're going to reap. It doesn't matter what you feel, how you feel about it. None of us know that Nnamdi Kanu is traveling to Kenya or Ethiopia or whatever, wherever, however he went and he was captured. None of us knows. He is even hiding it from his members, close associates. The only people that knows where he was were only those who are sending the money that me and you contributed in IPOB for him. Those are the only people that knows where he was. Because they have to send money to him. That was how they know. It's not that it was his wish to let them know where he is. But because he needed money from them, when you are telling them send it here, automatically they will know where the money is going to. So those are the only people that knows the location of Nnamdi Kanu. Rest don't know. So if there is information about Nnamdi Kanu that was leaked, it was those that were sending money to him that might have leaked it to some other people who are connected with him, or direct or indirect. That was what happened there. So anybody who is telling you that this one knows or the other is a lie. And what on your way? That criminal don't trust himself. I'm not to talk of trusting anybody. But you will be running up and down, shouting, making noise on Facebook, cussing out even those you don't know. Even people that if you see them now, you start shaking. You won't be able to stand in front of them. You will call them names on Facebook, thinking is your right. But at the end of the day, Abacha also I got mile. How many people you insult will not make death not to come to you when it's time? Those in also how far in Imo State? Ekere ọrụ eke nwoke ụmụaka dachi. Where are them? It's no longer dachi. Onwe ọzọ ya na-adachi. Okay, ọsọ ngwere n'ụzọ. Fellow Biafrans, the area we tell ourselves the truth, the better for us. Funyabe Woji, Kachobia Mbechide. Because when it gets dark, it will be more difficult. We are all seeking for one thing in different ways. But most importantly, try to find out those who are honestly fighting for this cause. How many people are in this struggle to restore Biafra? How many there are there to gain famous? How many are there to enrich their pockets? First of all, an average politician will always make use of what you provided for them to succeed. An average politician, if not checkmated, will always think you are a fool. That's how they roll. It is their way. That is why there is what we call separation of powers. They put lawmakers there to checkmate the excesses of the executive. Executive can easily be allowed to undertake every functions, but because it needs to be checkmated for excesses, they put lawmakers that executive cannot do some certain things except it passed through the Senate or House of Representatives. Those that speak for the people. So if your people, your constituents is complaining of bad leadership, when you go back to the floor of the House, as a House of Rep member, you table their matter to the House and said, no, the executive is getting it wrong. Let's put things right. That is why there is separation of powers. So one is meant to checkmate each other so that there will be no excesses. In IPOB, there is more than excesses because one person is Lord and personal savior. He needs 100 men to restore Biafra. Chukwuka told him. He also said, if Biafra did not come, all Igbo men and women should die, perish. Chukwuka should wipe everybody, except his own family. I think maybe except his own family, because nke ụmụ kie n'obodo oyibo ada ekwudo okwu nwunye ada ekwudo okwu ada ajụrụ ese ebe di nọ nsogbu dịkwa. But other people are sent inside the bush, break your SIM card so that enwere ihe trace nwu gị. You just je nwụọla onwe gị, just break your SIM card, go and donate yourself and die. I don't even know how our people are reasoning. So when you talk about this, people will come to hallucinate, talk nonsense, tell you that you don't know what you are saying. You are fighting Nnamdi Kanu. Who is Nnamdi Kanu that we are fighting? He has already finished himself. Oh, Jackie, Mechiolo. Or do you think that those people that they are killing in his name, that the blood will just go back? The blood of Abel is crying for vengeance. And until justice is served, all these things people are talking about is nonsense. If the justice is that Nnamdi Kanu must die, even if you release him from prison, that will be the shortest way to his grave. The prison will even be better. If you don't kill him, he will kill himself. Alo ba alo, there are some certain things you don't do and go free. So let nobody come here and say we are fighting him now. We are not fighting him now. We are fighting the evil that is in him that you cannot see. That man has committed crime. That if they present that crime in front of you who are busy defending him and put those people that was the victim in place of your members, family members. Enye gị rezo ị ga-eji egba that man akpụkpọ na ndụ. But because some of you who are busy talking nonsense on Facebook and elsewhere, because your family members are not affected, you don't feel what others feel. That is why always my prayer is, let it affect everybody who is busy defending this evil, so that they will know that we are saying the truth. Because everything we talk about IPOB and DOS, it is now naked that everyone who condemned us when we started saying it, it is now obvious that it is true. And if DOS is evil and autopilot is confirming that Nnamdi Kanu family are evil, who is now good among them? There's a question. Because Nnamdi Kanu is one person in that family. The entire family, including the wife, is all of them are evil. But Nnamdi Kanu is sent because they know that if they talk about Nnamdi Kanu, they will lose members who will be contributing money for them. So they want to protect that evil himself, that image of Lucifer, and then sideline the rest. By the time they finish with the rest, I want to tell you where they are headed. Their end point is when they finish with every other person and gain absolute control. Now they will tell you, oh, they don't know that Nnamdi Kanu is even among. They want to take absolute control. But you don't know. You think they are fighting for Nnamdi Kanu. Who told you that Simon Ekpa will fight for Nnamdi Kanu? Onye gbagi. If you nihe na agụ nwa ya nara agụ onye nwa ime na ọ nara agụ di. Let me tell you the truth and the gospel truth. Did nothing but the truth. What Simon Ekpa is gearing up to is to gain absolute control. The moment he got that confidence of you fools that are busy singing autopilot, then he will reactivate the other one and tell you that then they can will discover that he is the one who is causing all this mess. Then you are in the cage. You know, they're from big cage, biggest. You are in the biggest cage. There. Then you become another fool. It is a fool under Nnamdi Kanu. You become another fool under autopilot and someone else and made your fame. Look at that woman, that evil woman, that wretched woman telling you that God created him to come and restore Biafra for you. He did not create her to come and marry. He did not create her to come and have children. That God created her to come and restore Biafra for you. Using a fake name, who cannot even mention her real name to the public. I must tell you, there is nothing that we have not seen in this agitation for Biafra. It's very, very unfortunate. Because Chifu and also every day one story or the other, there must be a latest development. So everything about IPOB and then Nnamdi Kanu and his followers has now become fraudulent. Criminality and the evil. This is very, very bad. And honestly speaking, I don't know how to explain it. But at the end of the day, I can only say Kachineke meziokwu ya zọba aka na ndị nke ya, because ụkwa na-azụ elekwa ha na ya mkpụrụ adịghị ya. We will try our best. Many are called, but few are chosen. Before I hand over back to you, I would like to say, O you Biafran, wherever you are, join the movement for the restoration of Biafra. Join this mission of truth and honesty. Stop following those who are giving you fake promises. Onye na-akpa akpa adị akpakwana nkịta. And like I always say, get better and not bitter. And remember to keep the Biafran's hope alive. Be a neighbor's keeper. Thank you very much. Back to you, Diapa.
Thank you, my brother Mazi Aslem. And of course, like he has told you, at this moment of identity crisis, everybody is expected to play out their role. It doesn't matter whether you are Janjaweed, you are Jiwi Jand, it doesn't matter the name they call you. All we want is overall interest of our people to be protected. The issue of Biafra remains. And what do we see? Look for any pro-Biafran group, most especially those of them that have identified with the de facto customary government led by Alhaji Asare Dokubo. Join them. Be part of this move. Because nobody is useless. Nobody is useless. And there are things we are individually meant to do that nobody can replace us. We are irreplaceable. Don't leave a vacuum for others to fill on your behalf. Our studio lines still remain 081221 52971, which is the direct line, 081221 52971. And then the WhatsApp line is 070815 45642. And at this moment, I am joined by Daddy in the Lord. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can, my Reverend. Thank you so very much for
good evening, sir, from yes,
and for having me. Bless the name of the Lord for today. It's another day that God has given us, and we must rejoice and be glad in it. I want to say good afternoon from here to all Biafrans and all of us of freedom. This is your brother, Obidi Obienu. Obidi Obienu is from Oba. And Oba, it's in Onitsha province. I joined suit with Ansanam Udo this evening to continue to highlight this common problem, which I've already called a common denominator. One individual that has brought confusion in the land. And I want to appreciate Anselm for slowly rendered his message. It's only somebody who does not have ear, will not understand the breakdown of this information, or what he has yielded this afternoon. And I know a lot of people get frustrated because we have continued to talk on these issues. But I can tell you, my Reverend, going by what our progenitors posit, that ọnụ ara emeghelidebe ọ na ntị ya dị emeghelidebe na ọ bụrụ na ife ọnụ na-eri agwụghị. So we will not stop. It doesn't matter what it takes. And for some of them that are going to visiting the criminal of our time, the Leviathan of our time, these are people that are left with responsibilities. These are people that call themselves the leaders. Sometimes they have been the minority leader and the head of the whatever Southeast Caucus members. Big name. And today, they are not leading. They are They are dreadful because of their wickedness. If they had played their role very effectively within their terms or when they were there, we wouldn't have this monster grown. Okay, because the reason for this, the advent of this Leviathan, this monster, is nothing else but the situation the so-called leaders of our land placed us in. And this is why I call it a dilemma, because a lot of people don't quite understand what is going on. It's a dilemma in the sense that when you listen to the message that was given by the Kano, anybody in our area, everybody in our area that does not understand this message as a message of somebody who has been pushed down and pulled down and dragged down all this time in that contraption called Nigeria. Anybody that doesn't understand that message is not telling themselves the truth. But the issue here is like the pastor who said, come on, you throw my words away, but don't throw me away. And that, when people say things like that, that message becomes obsolete. But when a substantial or very truthful message is preached, the people usually support what they say. Instead of the population not to receive this message, do not receive it, but receive the word, because that word is truth. That message is truth. And this is why it's a dilemma. A lot of people who does not understand what we are saying here, even when they are seeing the danger unveiled. I didn't know that there was a separation between him and the canon and the wife when he went overboard with the what is it called? The NSAS protest. When he went overboard, threatening and inciting violence, one of which was in Imo State, and the one that was very disastrous was the one in River State, where he asked for Wike's head to be brought to him for 100 million naira. I'm just learning today that she distanced herself from this evil man during that time. And I can give her, if that's true distancing, because I know that she's fond of distancing when there is something going wrong, and when things start flowing, she will come back again. I remember when her husband was almost homeless and doesn't have nothing, she was not there. It was when things started flowing that he came. Actually, it was myself in 2014. After a long time, I called to the radio and I said, Nandi, what about your wife? Why is she not in this picture? And he told me, oh, she's sitting right by him here, that she should say hello. So, but not to talk about those issues because some people may say it's personal, but all these things come together, they are connected. And that's exactly the same time she disengaged herself was the same time that I cannot fathom no more of this killing of our people, because there were a lot of investigations going on as far as this guy that was his hitman killing Biafrans. What's his name again? There's this guy that has been going around killing all the Biafrans. And the reports were coming and we're asking questions. What's his name, my reverend?
Are you talking of Obasi?
Obasi. He's been killing Biafrans, setting our people up and killing them, just like what Chinas Sanwo-Olu is doing now. We now know that Chinas Sanwo-Olu is working with the government, because if Chinas Sanwo-Olu is not working with the government, how did they come about killing the same boy? He came on the radio to announce and say that the guy is a criminal and everything. All of a sudden, this boy was picked up. He was not handed over to the police, but they killed him and paraded him on the streets of wherever they are. So these people have been working for Nigeria for a long time, and at the same time pretending as if they are fighting for freedom. And that's the same dilemma I'm talking about. Because of some of you who does not understand what is being said. You, it's not all that glitters that is gold and silver. Nnamdi Kanu has brought a curse to himself and the rest of his generation and his family, and to most of the people who are acting out what he was telling them. Because when you see evil, you got to disengage from evil. Today, our land is full of evil, horror, unspeakable things. Now, I don't even remember in Igbo literature if I had read something like this in the past. I don't remember. This is too much for somebody to sit and stand aside and look, or somebody to be running on the streets of Abuja trying to politic with what is happening today in our land. So, what is here is that some of these people who knows the truth, and they are playing with the truth, like you mentioned. Some of the, I think Ansel mentioned this guy that are still shouting Aida, Aida. Even when they are confessing, they're already telling us that a little bit more, they're going to say something. But because of love of money, because of love of what they're doing, they are not saying what they know. Because anybody in the United States here that is that came out to fight for this freedom, they came in to IPOB in 2020. And now 2020, if you have been an ardent freedom fighter and you have come in IPOB platform in 2020, say January, February to March, you will know that this woman called Nelly Ofemu is an agent. She was brought in with her mother. I will call her the one they call Oyibo. They go Oyibo. They were all brought in to destroy this effort. I guess now she's getting closer to what I told her, because I told her she's going to be naked on the streets of United States, wherever that explosion goes off, because she almost close to exploding. You see her this morning. I was watching this morning when she was telling people that she divorced her husband for freedom. God in heaven. That she told the husband that she's going to be a hindrance to what she want to do. Therefore, she divorced her. This is a criminal. This is a liar who divorced her husband a long time ago, who cannot even host her mother here in Los Angeles. The family even talk to her children. So who is she talking to? You still have children that need your care, and you don't talk to them. I guess it's high time we start looking at the child protective services to see what you are doing with those children. It's high time we start really looking at, and we are following you, but you don't know. To see how you are dealing with your children and all, combining it with all these hopping up and down every platform and making claims, false claims that you don't have. Today you are the Idu princess. Efforts that people put down, and then they kind of brought you to come and destroy. And people are still listening to you. Today it's very clear. You confessed. First of all, before a madman goes mad, they will first of all confess. I tell you, since you can come out with your foul mouth, you don't know people that built IPOB for 8-9 years, and you came in with blackmail. There's no reason you shouldn't be a naked woman on the streets of the United States. It's just a little bit of time. So continue. For the people that are promoting you, all of you are going to take a share. Keep hosting that. You all are going to witness that lying tongue, that demon, that thing. I told you before about how there's this woman. I remember when I was a child, when you go to all the shrine, you will see this woman behind the shrine. It's not a woman, it's a wooden walk. Think about what I'm saying to you, and look at the face of this woman. There's nothing different. Foreigners in the United States. For 9 years to build a family, because we all love our freedom. And blackmailed our name. And today you are trying to defend your name when you blackmail people here in the United States, writing all manner of rubbish, stealing money and accusing people. It's not going to be well with you. And it's not going to be, it will never be well with Nnamdi Kanu and his entire family, because Halomendi will capable. And That's what I want to say on that note. But Igbo people, our people, Biafrans, if you decide, mainly Igbo people, you have seen that the Biafra we are talking about is now in Olo and Anambra and Ebonyi, partly Ebonyi. So you have seen it all. I don't know what you are waiting to begin to disengage yourself from this foolishness. We all know that they recruited all these cultists. It's going to take a while before they are completely eradicated. And I give all my support to Asare Dokubo. It doesn't matter. If he can have the guts to call on who he is, but he saw evil and stood against evil. For some of you who are yet to come out and stand against evil, you better hurry up, because you know what? Silence is consent. So if somebody in your heart, you know that this is wrong, and you are keeping quiet because of fear, you're keeping quiet, you're going to partake somehow, somewhere. Like hello. Dear friends, if you want your freedom, disengage from this drama. Biafra de facto government has provided a platform for all of us to come together. If you, any organizational association you want to be, as long as you want freedom, you can belong to that. But what brings us all together is the Biafra de facto customary government. We have a governance code that is there to check for checks and balances, so that we will not have this nonsense, this one-man power and guard over us. We don't need that. We don't need that. Disengage yourself and find yourself in any of these platforms. If you want BNC, it's up to you. If you want BIMASAP, it's up to you. If it's BNA, where we're speaking right now, it's your choice. But make yourself available. And as I always tell you, it's not making yourself available, but consider truly that you are coming to these platforms with truth and humility, because those are the two things we need to get to where we're going. Truthfulness and humility. Even as we do all these things, I will not forget to tag on our brothers, the Lower Niger, Tony Nadi, who has been working so hard and educating our people to see the need, and even the entire Ninas blocks, different blocks that are ready. All we are waiting is to put things in action. Every component block of this NINAS, and by the way, NINAS stands for Nigerian Indigenous Nationalities Alliances for Self-Determination. So don't get it wrong. This is a very good project. We must all support this to make sure that that contraption, a failed state already, is completely dismembered, so that everybody will be free. My Reverend, I want to thank you so much for having me this afternoon. I want to always ask God in heaven to bless, keep, preserve you, and may He lift His countenance on you and be merciful to you and your household. It's in Yeshua's name I pray.
You see.
All hell be, amen. All hell be, and God bless you.
Thank you very much,
amen.
Sir.
Thank you, my
very
brother.
much. And of course, we continue to tell our people the truth. It is very bitter. It is very unpalatable, but it is the only way to go home. This is not a matter of casting assertion, trying to delegate everyone, relegate anyone to the background. This is about telling our people the truth. We have issues. I classify them tonight as identity crisis. They must be reviewed. We cannot just fold our hands and then pretend as if all is well when we know it's not well, because it cannot be well inside the well. I'm joined by one of us, our brother Odogu. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening from here, my brother. Welcome to the program.
Good evening. Good evening. Good morning. Good afternoon, depending on time zone, to our brothers and sisters and well wishers who are listening. I I thank you so much for the tremendous effort you are putting in to educate our people who are still hard in hearing. I don't know if that they are not, they can't hear, or they close their eyes. Are they blindfolded that they can't see events occurring and they can't think? You can't think. You have your ears, you see it, you hear what they say. You have your eyes, you see it. Right, life is clear. You don't need a microscope to check it. That is, maybe the thing is verified. You can see it with your eyes there. And just little thinking, just a little thinking and articulation, and you'll be free from this scam of Nnamdi Kanu and his bingos. These are fraud they are doing all in the name of freedom. So yeah, listen to people that are educating you. There are a lot of intelligent people. Yes, they are intelligent, because anybody who can see through this and what Nnamdi Kanu is doing and see that it is pure scam and he's being with his bingo is intelligent. So there are a lot of people. ONYIBE is there. Okumo Ododgene is there. Ijele is there also. There are a lot of people. Okuyonwuka is there. But yeah, our doctor from Georgia, I've forgotten that his name again. Sorry, Uzurumba, he's there. So it's left for you to open your eyes and know that these guys are deceiving you, they are defrauding you. After defrauding you, they kill. They are killing you guys with your hard-earned money. Some of you in diaspora that contributed the money, they end up using the same money to kill your own relative. And in as much as we don't celebrate people's death, I say I like it the way it's going. So you guys are gonna feel the pain too. People are feeling. So you guys feel the pain. People are feeling. What did Igbo Congress? I can't call them what Igbo Congress. You guys are hiding. It's time to come and take responsibility for your actions. Even if you did it out of let's say love for the nation, for your nation, you have to take responsibility and disassociate yourself from this evil, and and make it publicly and apologize to people that you didn't know. But even though you were warned, you took an irrational decision to support evil. Even when the thing is clear there with evidence abound, you still supported the evil. Maybe because you wanted to take control of the Igbo cultural organization, since Ohaneze Ndi Igbo. You want to take over from them. So we think with the lunatic in Nnamdi Kanu, you can be able to achieve that aim. I don't know, but I'm just saying. So you have to come out publicly. Don't hide. Don't hide the shame. Come out publicly and take responsibility, because you people are part and parcel of what is going on right now. You have to come out also. Come out and take responsibility with your 50 parish priests without priest without a parish. You have to come out and take responsibility for this thing going on. You have to come out and take responsibility, because you guys, you are part of people that came out publicly and supported this idiot called Nnamdi Kanu and his bingos. Bunch of idiots, illiterate people, intellectually challenged guys. Now they end up killing our people, and you were warned. This is what these guys are doing without evidence to prove whatever we say. You guys refused. And some politicians supporting this evil that knows what they are doing, but just because they don't want to take responsibility that they have failed the people that voted them in the first place. They have nothing to offer to the people. All they have to do is just to support the idiot, support the Kano scam. So the people will not hold them to account. Someone like Senator Abari, because this is the time we should call them by their names. We should call them by their names for people to get the somebody like Senator Abaribe, for his 16 years in Senate, he has achieved nothing to the people of Abia State. He has achieved nothing to the people of Abia State. He's part of people that supported this evil. He supported this evil. Father Mbaka, you have to come out openly now. You must come out openly. Your spiritual son, his bingos are killing our people now. You must come out. Instead of you guys saw the scam. You saw that this guy is scam. You supported him to defraud our people, made people lose interest in even in the very places that even to the very development you are supposed to get in, both at the local government, at the world level, state and federal. Because we have senators there, they give them every month. They have their constituency allowance. They send it just for projects. They embark on projects. They don't do anything. We have our state governors. Some of them, because some of them are doing fine. Somebody like Dave Umahi, he has done excellently well. He has done excellently well. So, what are other governors doing? What is Okezebazu doing? You have to calm the Kano so that he will abuse you at the expense of the people. And this guy made people to lose interest in politics. Don't go close to politicians. Don't go close to politicians. And he goes behind to collect money. He goes behind to collect money and even become part of the opposition party. He will demonize other political party. Then make the other one to look innocent to you, that you think they are working, of which they have not done any single thing. They have done nothing, any single thing in the state. Just look at both from the southeast and south, with the exception of River State and Ebonyi State. What are the rest governors doing? What are the rest senators doing? What are the rest local government chairman doing? They are busy doing nothing. Is it the mosquito house or cockroach house they call airport in Delta State, or the one of Anambra State? Is that what you call international airport? Are they not seeing what state governor is doing? Dave Umahi building a world standard international airport that is worthy to be called airport. These are some of the things. This criminal and they can blackmailed people who have genuine interest for their people, who have love for their people. So that criminal Nandekano, anyway, I don't even know what Nigeria is still waiting to recycle that guy. They should recycle him. So let the chapter end. They should recycle him. Let his chapter end. So next time, even if they leave him, I know there are so many people that have killed their brothers and sisters waiting for him. If you take a second thought, brothers without a sentiment, look at the people that want to give you freedom. If you come in the Middle East here, most of them are the same people trafficking our brothers and our sisters for sex trafficking. You go to Europe, it's the same thing. Even the ones that are across, they have to take advantage of our sisters in Europe. They take advantage of them. They take advantage of those girls. Because those girls are stranded, they take advantage of them. Is it the kind of people that are going to give you utterances they vomit from their mouth, do they look like people that love you? They cage you at home, don't go out, don't go out. But when diaspora, they go to their work and business. Do those people look like people that love you? They tell you if you only 12 vote, you now go outside. And eve of an election, just 24 hours to election, they will tell you to go and vote. Do those people look like people that love you at all? And this platform is telling you the truth. You are abused without even knowing the truth. Without saying, let me take a second thought about what these guys are saying. But all you know is you must insult them. They are saboteur. I'm a proud saboteur. If you don't, for your information, I'm a proud saboteur. I'm a proud saboteur. I'm gonna keep saying the truth. Even your threat can't do anything. I've told your guys. If you try me, you know that I'm a desert lion. If you don't kill me, I'll kill you. That's the way it is. My matter no the end though. So this all you threaten people. Then maybe those ones that are scared, they run away. But people like me, because I go nowhere. I don't even intend backing down. There's no I intend backing down until this evil, this scam is exposed, and those people involved must be held to account for killing of innocent people, spilling of blood. Just look at where we were 10 years, 15 years ago. Then look at our position. Are we progressing or we are retrogressing as a people? Is our land developing or is turning to bush? Our land is turning to bush because of your militancy, your banditry. Now investors are leaving our land. Tell me a normal person that will see a very a war zone and say you want to cite his company there. Like Libya, we'll take Libya as an example. Have you seen a normal human being now telling you I'm going to Libya right now to start a business there, or Yemen, or Syria? That is a war-torn country. Can you guys in the World Indigo Congress, can you see the damage you people have caused in our land? Can you guys see the damage you have caused in our land? And some people, if I'm telling some people here, they will tell me, why you think concern you? You come from Southeast, and so what? Are we honor Nigerians in the first place, and also Biafrans then? Are we, so if I'm not from that region, I can't. If I see evil, I will close my eye or support it because I'm not from there. I must speak it. If you like, they get angry anytime I say this. So is it the kind of people who want to be our brothers and sisters? The people that eat our brothers, kill them, you rob their car, you kill them and eat their flesh. You eat their flesh. One Eliano Mado. One Eliano Mado in there. This is what these guys are doing. One Eliano Mado Kita. Is he out? Is it that beef is meat? Okay, the cow. If people told Fulani to stop eating cow, then which one have you done? Show me where you are rearing your own cow for people to eat. When every weekend you have our people taking Ogbueshi title, Ogbuefi, Nka, Ono, Nka, Beria, we eat cow. So why don't you invest? Why don't you invest on people, on those young youth you are giving on? Why don't you invest in them? Teach them how to rear animals. Teach them how to do farming rather than giving them guns to go and kill themselves. But you do that because you have personal interest. You attach your personal interest on over how do I put it? Over community interest. You put your own personal interest, which is to defraud our people. So, and anybody telling that people to stop talking about Nnamdi Kanu, may this that say we should stop talking about now. This thing get to you people too. So you feel the pain other people are feeling. And for some of them that some of those bingos that some are on bullet wound, some are on the run. Those of them that manage to cross over to Delta State, we know your location though. If you don't know, we know where you know Shimile start along the River Niger there. And we know them. Then Shimile, and let me just mention, I will not make it specific. Shimile North. So we are along Ibuza and Ogwashuku, we know there too. And the other one, part of Shimile North towards the Uguru side.
Laweto.
So we know you people, we know your location. Oh. So whatever people are doing, we know. Stop killing your people. Stop killing your people. This has nothing to do with Biafra. It has nothing to do with it. It has nothing closely to even do with it at all. This is pure banditry. You are robbing, killing your people. Stop it. Stop it. Go home. Think. This thing you are doing. What do you stand to benefit from killing your people? But before I go, let me just remind them about getting their PVC, because myself, like 2022, we say we lead by example now. But before the presidential election, I will come back. Before the 2023 election, both for governorship, I'm coming back. Any election that I will come and vote, get my own PVC and vote, so that they will see we talk and we do. Try and get your PVC. Let's take control of our territory. Anybody who vote will hold them to account. If we do this, some of this hunger, unemployment will reduce in our place. Some of this complaint, we are misdirecting our complaint. Let me tell you guys the truth. You are misdirecting your complaint, because you said you want to control, like you're not for now. You're not in control of your territory. Few elites are in control of it, and they're enjoying. Then they give you peanuts, give you gun, go and kill yourself. They don't care. Their children are not there. The person giving you gun is not there. Now the man that gave you gun, his wife and kids are in UK enjoying their life. They have access to good health care, good everything about them. They are okay. And you're in the bush eating human being. Your wife, you don't even know if she has eaten or not. Your kids, they are hungry. And you don't have to. You are not reasoning at all. His own wife is in UK enjoying. You guys, you really have to go back and think. You also that is social media era. Go and attack them. China someone will send you. Oh yeah, go. Think about it. You also. China someone really is running around too. Just many months back, he came to UAE. He came to Dubai and took up he got a residency permit for UAE. So he's jumping around from different countries to another, hiding, doing his business. You guys have to think. Those guys sending you, anybody that send you, tell the person to come and lead, then you follow. If Simon ever send you, tell him to come. Then his son is old enough. If the son can't carry gun, let him carry bag and follow you people from behind. Tell them to fly and come. They should fly and lead you people from the front. They can't be a general without going to war now. Let them lead you from the front. Then you follow. The Nelly, let the Nelly or Febo, whatever is her name, let her bring one of her child and join you guys. Then you people you go with them, so you'll be sure that what they are telling you to do, that it is the right thing. If they send their kid to join you guys, they know it's the right thing to do. But they will never do that. They will never do that because they know what they are fighting for. This is money. These guys are after. We started telling you guys this in 2020. These guys are after your money. They are scamming you. You thought we were joking. You called us saboteur. Me, my personal, I'm a very proud saboteur, but I must maintain and stand on the truth. So many of us that you call saboteur. I will answer the saboteur. Now you guys are scared of calling people saboteur. You guys are today are tired of you are tired of calling people saboteur because you have made a lot of enemies. You know, you frame innocent people. Now today, the enemies you made now, that they answer that name you call them. So please try and get your PVC. Try and get your PVC. Nobody is telling you to go and join PDP or join APC or join Broom, join Ground, join this party. No. Get your PVC. If you like, vote. If you don't like, don't vote. With PVC, at least you have access to many things. There are some registration that may come up. It may require you to present an ID. So PVC is also part of your national identity. So if you like, you vote. If you like, you don't vote. Take it first. Take it first, so we know the number. This will also help in knowing the number of voters we have in our place. To know our voting power, you have to, before you negotiate for something, you have to come with something. Please, and for those seeking for a political solution, I pray that this evil will get to your own family. Then when you get to your family, go and seek for that political solution. I'll hang up here for other people to come in and make their own contribution.
Thank you very much, my brother. Of course, the truth cannot be overemphasized. We keep telling them the truth. Now, this upcoming presidential election 2023 has the capacity to change our entire life. And let us assume that our destiny is in our hand. We have to do something. We have to do something to make sure we have the bargaining power. If you are a Biafran, don't let anybody deceive you. Wherever you are, go and get your PVC. I'm joined by Dr. Nwokenkwo. Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you, Mazi.
Good evening from here, and welcome to the program.
Good evening. Give you my big brother, my only brother. How are you today?
I'm very fine. God is faithful.
Good,
Thank
good.
you.
And, this is Uchenna Nwokenkwo. Sometimes you guys call me Dr. Nwokenkwo, but I prefer to name Uchenna Nwokenkwo. I reside here in Atlanta, Georgia, the land of the human rights, home of Martin Luther King Jr. Fellow Biafrans around the world listening to my voice this evening. Wherever you are listening, the reason I called this evening, I was just sitting here in my office. Let me call in because of recent developments. First, I want to thank Chukwu Okike Abiyama for everything he has done for us before I proceed. Because without him, we are nothing. We are absolutely nothing. We are his children. We are called by his name. And no enemy will overcome us without him allowing that. And our God will not allow enemies to overcome us. I know we have sinned against him in so many fashions, in so many ways, that I pray that God have mercy upon us, because we are children. We have done evil. So fellow Biafrans, thank you so much that some of you are waking up now, listening to the truth, the voice of the living. The reason I'm calling this evening is the latest development about this lady they call Nelly Ofebu. I don't know her. I never met her before. This is the same lady that they conspire with Nnamdi Kanu to brand me and Dr. Majo's Rumba criminals. These two criminals, Nnamdi Kanu and Nelly Ofebu, and also Barrister Giofo, in some way or the other, came to here in Atlanta by whatever means and took the money that belongs to the Biafrans for the widows with Dr. Koro May his soul rest in peace. That is when I know these people are evil. And the worst part of it, I have all the evidence against these people. I told him, Mazen Namdekano, I told the Neil of Fable, I'm not going to say anything to you because you're beneath me. But watch out. This is what's happening now is nothing. What's about to come, you're going to face it. You live here in the United States of America. You will never get away with it. And let me watch Nnamdi Kanu to come back to America again. You went on the airwave and accuse innocent people, criminals, the help of your media charlatans. This is the beginning of your woes, all of you, that we came out because of the love we have for Biafra. Not that we want anything, not want any leadership, not that we want any position, but because of the suffering of our people at home. But all of you decided, you, Nnamdi Kanu, Nelly Ofebu, and so forth and so forth. You guys know who you are. The land of Biafra will come after you one by one. You will never go free. Listen, I'm not afraid of that. The reason we are here is not because we want to be rich or we want to make money. But apparently, Nnamdi Kanu and Nelly Ofebu and co came into this struggle, saw the suffering of our people, saw the emotion and the sentiment. They decided to take advantage of it. But the time has come for all of you to pay the price of the innocent souls, the blood you have shedded in our land. May God have mercy upon all of you, because that day, the day of judgment is coming. The day of judgment is here. Not that it's coming, it's here. You think you do evil things and get away with it? No. Nnamdi Kanu, I feel sorry for your wife. She met me. And I know one of the reasons she abandoned you because of when she heard my name on the radio, that you called me a criminal. Such a criminal mind to deceive our people. The reason we're talking about you because we have to say the truth to our people so they will listen and hear, because we know the truth. Most of you don't listen out there don't know the truth about what this man is all about. He doesn't give a crap about you. He doesn't care about you. Sorry about that. He doesn't care about you. He only cares about himself and his family. I'll tell you one thing, Nnamdi Kanu, you are safer where you are. Because the land of Biafra is waiting for you. The innocent souls you have killed waiting for you. Who don't know the truth and still following this man, this Satan. I cry for you. I shed tears for you. Because we know. We know who this man is. We found out lately. We didn't know initially. We thought that this man has oh God. We thought this man has conscience. Care about the suffering of his people. Didn't know that this man is a Leviathan, like Mazo B say all the time. It's a man without conscience. So my fellow Biafrans, it's not too late. It's not too late. At least now we're all awake. We know the truth. We're not going to go back to sleep again. Our eyes are wide open. Anything that would disrupt the coming of Biafra. Because Biafra is our only hope. We're not going to allow anybody to use us again, our sentiment and emotion, because of the suffering of our people are in Biafra land. We still have hope because we are the children of God. We're children of Chukwu Okike Abiyama. So my fellow Biafrans around the world listening to my voice this evening, it's time for us to wake up. Whatever means we'll use to get Biafra shall be done, but not shedding of blood. Because if everybody die in Biafra, who's gonna live in Biafra when Biafra comes? If you want to fight an enemy, call an enemy. Go to the enemy's house and fight them. Not in your own land, not in your own house. So my fellow Biafrans around the world, please do not give up. Do not let all these things that have happened be an obstacle to the coming of Biafra. Please, I beg you all. Thank you, Mazi, for giving me the opportunity to talk to Biafrans this evening. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to bless you and be with you.
Thank you very much. And of course, we must continue to progress. Our people must understand, honestly, sincerely speaking, it takes divine intervention for anybody to be able to still stand in the midst of this struggle, except there is more to you that can be explained. And we are asking all of you, be the exceptional, be the unique individual, be part of this team who will never back down until Biafra is restored. We keep telling you the truth. We keep emphasizing on the need for our people to make amends as of when necessary, because the journey has just begun. There is no going back. We cannot retreat. We cannot surrender, because a lot is at stake. I'm joined by Dr. Kado at this moment. Can you hear me, sir?
No.
Good evening, sir, from here. And so sorry I've been keeping you waiting. You're welcome to the program. You're welcome. You're back, sir.
Hello.
Go ahead. You are coming out.
Okay, thank you very much. I put it in voice.
You're welcome.
Sorry, please. There has been a start. Connection. Joe, are you hearing me now?
Loud and clear. Go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you very much. All right. To our listeners, speaking is
Because I know that my message is not coming clear. Well,
I think there may be
good listeners.
a network challenge from your side, but go ahead.
Yes, I guess that's small because I'm noticing it too. And then my greetings to our good listeners and well-meaning citizens of Biafran and our friends of Biafrans. My special greetings to them and kudos to you for all your doggedness and determination. I envy you for that. And permit me to extend my sincere gratitude to our fellow comrades, brothers, who have spoken tonight. They've spoken so well, and they have freely challenged the famous phrase that says action speaks louder than words. From what I've heard from them, I should say that words and action complements each other. They've spoken well, and all their speeches I to hold it. And as both can complement each other. Because they spoke so well, as I said, is that
Yes, that was as a result of network issue, but then let me see how I can get him back. Still progressing on this platform. Our people must not be weary. Our people must not be discouraged. There is no shadow of turning back. We must keep on pushing on. No matter the challenges, no matter the circumstance, we must hold one thing above all others without compromising, and that is protecting the overall interest of our people. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, do I have you back, sir?
yeah.
Okay, let's see how it goes. You can go ahead, please.
Every moment.
Go ahead, please.
It's says in an of Proverbs or
The network is. I think you're back now. Go ahead.
Yes, please. I'm sorry that I don't know it's wrong. Let me continue trying because it's an important night for us. So let me recapitulate quickly. I'm saying that the Biafran de facto customary government has outlined two fundamental rules or approach for the new dispensation. Quickly lead us to our the two approaches are education. But I my best and I beckon on you, Doba, if you can find a way to be break it down for our common citizens to follow. It doesn't not try to just but should I continue? I'm sorry, please.
I understand. Go ahead.
See?
You're back now.
This, I don't know.
Is there any caller on your line?
It could be. I don't know. It could be. But I think I put them off. I put everything off. But I don't know. Maybe it's okay. I try to. It may be better now. Let me see.
Go ahead.
So what I am talking about, ONYIBE, is that all these realities of life, realities, they are not fantasy. They are facts. Realities of life, the way we live our life. In our present condition, no one will pretend that if he has a baby or God-given child, the certificate you will give that person is Biafran birth certificate. No. The certificate of birth will be given by Federal Republic of Nigeria. That's the reality. We don't have to be living on denials or pretending that it's not so. So this is the main civic education now that the Biafran de facto government is trying to bring about, because it's part of our cross towards the realization of our beloved nation. If you want marriage certificate, it's not Republic of Biafra that will give you a marriage certificate. It's Federal Republic of Nigeria. So the main issue of the civic political education is that our citizens must understand this reality. They must understand this reality. And the reality is that they must know that they still owe the political citizenship of Federal Republic of Nigeria. Other messages have been passed in the past. That's a scam, as we all have seen it now. And the culpa or culpability, let me use that. Italians will say culpa, but let me put it in English. The culpability, the guiltiness, the guilty, the wrongdoing is from the part of the diaspora. They brought this boomerang. Biafran diaspora brought this boomerang. They wanted to pass a message, but they didn't pass it correctly. And practically, this message was given into the hands of psychopaths that continue treading on the life of our people. So the issue now is that what the Republic of the Biafra de facto customary government is saying is that our people must go back to basic civic political education to understand that they are Nigerians by political identity and Biafrans by fact and customary identity. This is realistic, simple, and clear, and understandable to the Committee of Nations, to the world in general. So this is the scope of Biafra de facto customary government. Then another one, as I said, that represent participation in the the representation and participation very well. We turn to effective governance of our territory. And what does that mean? That means that in the due time, we can be able to give certificate of birth of the Republic of Biafra. We can be able to give marriage certificate of the Republic of Biafra. We can give certificate of incorporation of the Republic of Biafra. But that can only come through our effective representation and participation in the governance of our territory. So these are two simple routes of action. We have to know this reality. We've been living in fallacies and deceit, dancing in the street of all the world, making scenographic displays, meaningless, even involving those that we were hoping on. Organizations like World Igbo Congress has gone to the extent of fooling themselves. So the issue now is that this is the two major approaches, civic political education and representation and participation in the effective governance of our territory. Are these two proposals, are they achievable? They are very, very achievable. They are actionable. They can be activated. They can be triggered. And even the Biafran de facto customary government has already stepped forward to trigger them. Example is that for us to show our representation and participation, the instrument for that is your PVC. Did you hear us telling you go and register in a Abuga PDP or no? We didn't tell you that for the meantime. Now, the fundamental thing is your PVC. First step. Second step, you can choose any party of your like, because Nigerian politics is played through party. You can choose any party, but therefore de facto government has their own fundamental principle. Their own fundamental principle is that your cardinal guidance in this advice that is being given to you is that you have to maintain that I am a Biafran by fact and customary identity and Nigerian by political identity. What is the implication of such? Meaning that if by God's grace you obtain the power, this time not belonging to a class of authority, but if you obtain the power, for instance, being a legislator, means that you will show your loyalty and carry on with the policy of the Biafran de facto customary government. So this is very, very, very important. The simple thing that we are saying now, the simple action, beside all the woes and the displeasures that are befalling on our people and that are giving us a great concern. The major thing is now is that our citizens must make effort to go and get their PVC. Who are we referring to? We are referring to the citizens of southeastern zone and south zone of the present day Nigeria, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Tonight, I will start from that of the southeast zone, because as we can see from the outcome of the registration so far ahead, there are the behind. And this zone, the southeastern zone, as classified within the Nigerian geopolitical zones, and as has been evidenced from the director of the Directorate of Independent National Electoral Commission of Nigeria, this zone that is lacking behind is southeast. But remember, the zones of our concern are southeast zone and south zone. These are the territorial competency of Biafra. So for that reason, tonight we are beckoning on our citizens in various states that make up this southeast zone to know that the situation is not all that glorifying. They have to wake up. It has to be done individually, collectively. Who has to pass the word to others. The least registered zone in the forthcoming general election of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the least registered zone is Southeast Zone of Nigeria, which comprises of Abia State, Anambra State, Ebonyi State, Enugu State, and Imo State. So it's important that these states, we know that they have various local governments. Abia has about 17. Anambra has about 21. Ebonyi has about 13. Enugu has about 17. And Imo has about 16. All these local governments of these various states orders and personalities, traditional rulers in these states must have to wake up to the call. They should not leave it only in the hands of the ruling politicians who have not always been able to meet up with their responsibility. So this is the present situation. In Abia State, we call on Aba North, Aba South, Arochukwu, Bende. We call on Ikuano, Isialangwa North, Isialangwa South, Isukwato, Obingwa, Hafia, Osisiomangwa, Ugunabo, Kwa East, Okwa West, Umuahia North, Umuahia South, Umunochi. We call on them. These are the local governments. They should mobilize themselves. In Anambra State, we call on Aguata, Anambra East, Anambra West, Anyocha, Oka North, Oka South, Dunukofia, Ugwezigo, Idemini North, Idemini South, Ihiala, Njikoka, Newi North, Newi South, Obaru, Onisha North, Onisha South, Orumba, Orumba North, Orumba South, Oyi, and Anyameli. We call on them. In Ebonyi, we call on Abakiliki, Afikpo North, Afikpo South, Ebonyi, Eza North, Eza South, Ikwo, Ishelu, Iyo, Izi, Ọhaụzara, Ọhaukwu, and Onitsha. In Enugu State, we call on Aniri, Agbo, Enugu East, Enugu North, Enugu South, Ezeago, Igbo Etiti, Igbo Eze North, Igbo Eze South, Isi Ụzọ, Nka, Nsukka, Oji River, Udenu Udi, Ụzọ One. In Imo State, we call in Hidoboma, we call on Obo, we call on Ayazumbise, we call on we call on Owerri, we call on Olu, we call on many on Imo, we call on various local governments. They have to Mbano. They have to wake up. We are the least zone that has registered for the forthcoming year. This is the duty for everyone. It has not. We don't have to leave it in the hands of only politicians. Civil organization, civic organizations, and the individuals of repute must have to realize this. So this is the practical message that the Biafran de facto government is trying to pass. And it goes in line with the policy that has been established, as I've said earlier. That policy is that the only thing that can bring freedom, genuine freedom to our people, is civic political education that is not deceitful. That's the relevance of that. And the issue of participation and representation. We have made various jingles to justify and explain that. We shall continue saying this. As I've said before, my comrades that have spoken before, they spoke beautifully well. And for that, the famous dictum that action speaks louder than words doesn't hold here. Rather, I should conclude by saying that speeches complements action, vice versa. And I thank you for that. ONYIBE, thank you for giving me the opportunity to express my view. Right? And thank you to all our listeners. And once more, kudos for your determination. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, and good night from here. And of course, that having been said, I will have to take this privilege to appreciate those of you who have taken your time to call in and, of course, air your view. Our brother, Mazi Aslem Odowole, and of course, Awele Odogu, our brother, Dr. Uchenna Nwokenkwo, our dad in the Lord, Mazo Bidio Bienu, and of course, our elder statesman, I must tell you, Dr. Okado. I sincerely appreciate your contribution this evening, and of course, for all of you standing in the gap on behalf of our people. I remain George ONYIBE, and as I sign off from here, what can I say to Biafran people? Let us be guided. Let us remain focused and be ready to do the needful, because the journey has already begun. Good night from here, and God be with us all. Ndewonu.
We fight together, together, together. The more we fight together, and stronger we shall be. The more we fight together, together, together. The more we fight together, and stronger we shall be. Rising sun, rising sun. Biafra is the only hope of Africa. Biafra is the only hope of Africa. of Africa. Biafra is the only hope of Africa. Believe it, believe it. Oh no. Trust. Today's heroes are fighting. This is a spiritual battle. Let us unite and give Biafra a meaning. If we don't take time, we can't remain in this life. No freedom of speech, no freedom of expression, no freedom of worship, no freedom of religion. Justice. Be liberated.